Just joking.
This is, oh yeah. Come on back.
Come on back. Get some wings.
Come on back. We'll help you pee. So don't joke. He just took a sip. Oh, that was great.
You can't say that.
Sorry. Hey, y'all. You're listening to Lucky Number 13. Nope. Take two. Hey, y'all. You're listening to Rock-N-Brews, episode number 13, Lucky Number 13, a Union Station Brewing Company podcast. I'm John Wheat. I own the brewery.
And I'm Thomas. I work at the brewery.
And just a quick disclaimer, Union Station Brewing Company is a family-friendly brewery. This podcast might not be.
Nope, not at all.
And if you've made it this far, 13 episodes, you know damn well to get your kids out the room or to put your earbuds in. So it has been a hot minute since we've recorded. Schedules are crazy. What have you been up to?
Working. About 1,000 million hours a week.
1,000 million?
Yeah.
Is that like 800?
Well, Monday through Friday, day job in Valdosta, and staying there overnight, coming back, working Friday night here, Saturday night here. Leaves me with Sunday to do nothing, and I just want to relax.
That's right, yeah. So we were able to squeeze this one in. It is Saturday morning.
After a long, busy night.
Friday was crazy. We had trivia last night.
It was pretty busy.
It was packed. Keri and I were in the kitchen, and we were just pumping out food left and right. And Thomas and Becca were up front slinging beers all night. It was a good night. Good night. Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I couldn't even walk to the tap room.
Yeah. It was really, really good. It was a good night. So we have a handful of beers, by which I mean just 3 that we're going to do. We have so many beers in the queue to test, so I apologize if you brought us beer and we haven't gotten to it yet. There is just so much to drink. And we're going to start off. Joey, friend of the show, Joey, customer, mug club member Joey, brought us some swill. And it is a big, is that 24?
24.
24 ounce can of Steel Reserve. High gravity, slow brewed for a smooth taste.
Yeah, 8.1%.
8.1%.
This is just malt liquor at this point.
Packed into this. I'm worried. I'm nervous. Oh, I love that.
Got a great time.
Every damn time. So, yeah, he asked me if I'd ever had this before, and I said no. Oh, that sounds so good.
I'm trying not to spill it because it's so big.
Thank you. And he's like, oh, well, I gotta get some for you. So he brought it down, and the poor guy, he must have brought this, I don't know, a month ago, and he keeps asking, have you tried it? And I wanted to do it on the podcast. I didn't want to just drink it with Thomas. We do drink a lot of beer off show. If you've ever seen our can shelves, we drink a lot of beer off show. A lot.
So it's been about probably 6 or 7 years since I've had this.
Okay.
So I have had this at some point.
Okay. Well, I got you by 40-something years because I've never had this. So
It smells like a regular, just a
regular
beer, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
You ready?
Yeah. Ooh. Wow.
Honestly, it's pretty good. I think I'm going to finish that. Let's just talk about that there's zero flavor.
There's zero flavor till the end. Like, it isn't the back. It isn't that I get it when I swallow, but
Just
sitting
the
here
residual.
talking to you, I'm not a fan of the taste in my mouth right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That bad?
Yeah, it's a little sweet, I feel. Do you get any sweetness on that? I don't know. I honestly don't know that I could drink
crisp sweetness. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know that I could finish a pint of it. Like,
really?
It's sweet, yeah. And it isn't bad.
What does it taste like on tap?
Steel.
Call your distributor. What do they have on
tap.
10 day?
Could you imagine Steel Reserve on tap?
What do y'all have that's close to a Bud Light? Steel Reserve. That's what
Steel
you're
Reserve.
drinking.
That's right. Oh my gosh, yeah. So, all right, there you go, Joey.
Well, Joey, I like it, so don't listen to what John has to say about it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I don't prefer it.
I think I'm going to go buy one after the podcast.
You can take this one.
I'm going to take it with me.
I mean, it's 10 o'clock, so go ahead. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
I mean, yeah. Over in Europe.
That's right.
It's something over there.
I bet you this tastes awful when it's warm.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have it. It's gotta be ice cold.
In the glass. Yeah, this is not ice cold. We pulled it out and brought it up here to record. So it is not ice cold. But I bet if it were, it'd probably taste better if
this
it were
is
ice cold.
a 28 degree beer.
Yeah, this is and my cooler is not 28 degrees.
That's right.
Because craft. But thanks, Joey. Honestly, it's not as bad as I was expecting. So
that's a nice way of saying it sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. What I don't know that I would go buy it, but if I was at your house,
is this what Joey drinks on a regular?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think he's had it a few times, or maybe way long ago.
I mean,
in
it's
his younger
good.
years. Yeah,
it's good.
All right, so that's beer number 1. I didn't bring multiple glasses up.
It's all right. We'll just wash them out.
Okay.
Not.
Yeah, like where? You gotta run all the way downstairs. So
What's
at the
next
brewery,
on our list?
we're upstairs in one of the rooms. Next on the list, Nicole, customer, friend of the show, Nicole. Remember, she sent an email with a joke a couple episodes ago, or one episode that we
It's just
split
been
in
so
half.
long since we
It's been
recorded.
so freaking long. I'm so sorry,
trying.
people.
We're trying.
We're trying. I might actually record and like interview maybe some other brewers and stuff in between.
That would be kinda
when
cool.
you and I
Yeah.
can actually get together.
Yeah, for sure.
Like just take the rig down and talk to. Well, Chris at Silver Bluff isn't a brewer, but he's the owner. He's one of the owners. It'd be really cool maybe to talk to other places like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, Nicole brought us a special gift. Why don't you describe what you're looking at?
I'm looking at a brown paper bag, John.
Maybe the Steel Reserve should have been in that.
I was actually about to say, I think the Steel Reserve, because it looks like one of those bags you buy at just the liquor store, and it'd come with your one tall boy you're going to get.
That's right. Yep. You sit out on the curb and drink it.
And I don't know, the thought is very nice, but who puts a wonderful looking IPA in a brown paper bag?
I
We got to
don't
show
know.
the colors on that thing. But I will tell you, she at least drew on it.
It's very colorful.
It's very colorful. I love the flower on the front.
Yes.
Well, I think we're going to have to frame this and put it next to the beer shelf.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
we don't
for
get
sure.
rid of it. Yeah, you know.
No, we won't get rid of
But
it.
it matches the can of the beer.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Mortal Bloom, it's got a bunch of flowers on it, and then the bag's got flowers on
That's
it.
awesome. So she brought us Founder's Mortal Bloom Hazy IPA, 6.2, and there's a handful of flowers on it because it's Mortal Bloom.
Which we've had a lot of Founder stuff, but it's normally the bourbon-aged barrel stuff. That's where that...
Yep.
I've never had one of their IPAs, so...
Yeah. And, she drew this really, really nice flower on the bag. That's really cool. Nice delivery.
I'm trying to
Nice
save
wrapping.
the bag.
Yeah. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Uncrinkle.
All right. So this is citrusy and tropical notes. 6.2, like I said. There you go. You can go ahead and do the honors.
That one sounded crisp.
That crisp. Crisper than the Steel Reserve. There we go.
That
Nice.
sounded good.
Hopefully the mics picked that up. Ooh, it smells great. Oh.
What hops you getting out of that?
I'm feeling some Citra.
Cascade?
Yes.
A little bit, you
For
think?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Is there?
I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't
it's
think
on
it
there.
says.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to look it up. I should have looked it up. Research. Preparation.
Smells great.
It smells amazing.
And the color's nice.
Yeah, cheers. We'll try it out. Ooh,
That is super light.
that is really, really good. There's a train coming. I hear it.
I know.
That's all right. That'll give us time to drink.
That's right.
We'll be back in a second. Union Station Brewing Company, 106 Southwest Broad Street, Jessup, Georgia, down by the tracks. Craft beer just got better. And so did this. This is really good beer.
Right?
Yes. Founders make
And I'm
some
not
good
just saying
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Sorry, Joey. It's better than Steel Reserve.
It's more up our alley.
It
To
is.
each their own, okay?
I wonder what hops they used in Steel Reserve.
I'm going to go ahead and say none.
Floor hops.
Floor hops. Not bitter at all.
No.
Probably in
there's
the
a
30.
little on the back, but
30 to 40 range. I think I need to Google it. What do you
Yeah.
think? Give me a guess.
I'm gonna guess like 41. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 37.
37 IBU. Yeah. It wasn't super hazy. I mean, it wasn't clear, but I was expecting maybe a little more cloud to it. It's almost like a straw yellow. Really good.
Wow.
That was some good head.
Surprising. Actually surprising.
72?
The actual number's 50,
Really?
which doesn't. It's not. I don't.
I mean, 50 isn't
So
really in your face.
here's the thing. I know, but I feel like the more beers you have with higher IBUs, the less often you taste the bitterness.
Oh, for sure,
over the
yeah.
course of time.
Yeah, you get decent
like
stuff.
because you get someone. Jesus, how long is this train?
2 trains! Ding, ding, ding.
Is it
chug.
really 2?
Chug. Pour me more. We got to chug.
All right, pour me more. I'll actually have another round of that. That's good stuff.
Okay.
Is there really 2 out there?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. They're going by each other.
That's perfect timing. If you haven't
It is.
opened a beer at
That's
9:30
right. Grab
in the
a
morning,
beer
go ahead
and
and get one.
You better chug it. That's right. So when you're here at the brewery, obviously we have railroad tracks out front. If you haven't been here, you hear the trains going by all the time during the podcast. But there's 2 tracks out there, and it's not super common, but it's getting less and less rare that 2 trains go by. Occasionally they're going the same direction, but there's junctions at either end, about a mile up one direction and 2 miles down the other direction. And so they'll pass each other, most times in opposite directions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's happening right now. It's really cool. The very first time I saw it happen, I thought they were going to hit each other because they were coming at each other. It was the freakiest thing. And so we have a big bell, the last call bell behind the bar. And so we'll ring that and yell chug, and everybody has to chug their beer. Just little things to get us through the night.
Yeah, gotta love it. We haven't done that in a while, actually.
No.
And it's not that we haven't, rung the bell because there was 2 trains. It's that I haven't seen 2 in a while in the evening time.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times during the week. But like I said, it's not super common. So, Nicole, thanks. Fantastic IPA.
Yeah, I love it.
The cool thing is she brought us 2 cans, and that was only one.
I think we're gonna drink the
one
other can tonight. What do you think?
Yeah,
Don't drink it without me.
I won't.
Okay.
I got you, buddy. I'm just gonna, there's just a little swig left
I
in
know.
here. And I'm gonna finish that.
Well, I gotta finish this one. I mean,
Oh yeah, you
slow
do, because we
rolling,
got
yeah.
one more to go.
I know we got one more to go. Why don't you talk about this one?
All right, I'm gonna talk about this.
I'm gonna finish this one.
So I was up in New York. I did a little East Coast tour, and not really a tour. I went up to a wedding in Philly, Pennsylvania, and then after that I went up to visit my parents in Western New York. And my dad's a beer nut, and
Wonder where you get it from.
Yeah, I know. He had a couple bottles of this that we were supposed to taste when I was up there, and it just never happened. There was just too much other beer to drink, and we just never got to this. So on my way out, he threw these in my bag. And it is Cherry Chouffe. That's a Chouffe. And it's a Belgian beer. It's in this squat little 11.2 glass bottle. It's super cute. There's these little gnomes on there. There's a man and a woman, and they're holding, the two cherries, and they're connected to the stems. It's super neat. Little cartoon people. But this is from, it's imported by Duvel Moorgat. I imagine it's an 8% too. Whew, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And it's a bottle cap. So I had to grab my trusty Union Station Brewing Company bottle opener. And
if you want a trusty Union Station Brewing bottle opener,
that's right.
swing by and get you one.
That's right. 106 Southwest Broad Street, Jessup, Georgia, down by the tracks.
I love how we're advertising for ourselves.
You know what? Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Anything to get you all in the door. All right, so we have this 11.2, and I'm just going to open that up.
Oh, that sounded good.
That did.
We don't do much bottles, so it's kind of nice.
Oh, smell that.
I love cherry,
Oh my
don't you?
gosh. That smells so good. That was probably not the way to pour it, but I wanted it to glug. Ooh, that's a beautiful red. You can see through it, but it's like a really, really dark red. And the head has a little bit of a red hue to it.
It smells like a mixture of cough syrup and slushy.
Well, there's a commercial. Cherry Chouffe.
Hit us up.
Cough syrup
Let
and
us know.
slushy. Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for this.
The
'cause I don't
Rock-N-Brews
think I've
marketing
ever had-
team right here.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Chouffe.
Chouffe. There's no...
Is it a Chouffe or a Chouffe?
I think it's Chouffe. Chouffe. Because there's no little thingy over the E. It's not French.
An A. Yeah.
It's
no.
not French.
Belgian.
Oh,
Okay.
that's France. My bad. All right, so cheers. Ooh.
I like that.
Ooh.
That's good.
Bitey.
Super cherry, hits you right in the tongue, tart,
Yeah, that hit
and
like,
then it's
all
a
my tongue.
flat after that. Completely flat.
That hit all my tongue.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. How many more bottles do we have of that?
One more bottle. Yeah.
That's a tonight thing.
What's that?
That's a tonight thing.
Oh, jeez.
And tell your dad we need more.
Tonight's going to be great.
That's good. This is good. I actually like
That
it.
is really good.
Well, maybe we'll get a chance to have a couple beers tonight.
I hope so.
You know?
Yeah, last night we didn't.
We had, one beer together?
We had two
And
vault visits.
Two vault
though.
visits, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm back in the kitchen. This is great. I'm back there. And it is not a shit show because it was very well greased chaos is what it was.
Yeah.
But Thomas comes back and is like, when you have a minute, vault visit.
You just drop everything.
I dropped everything. I was like,
Yep.
Keri, you got this order. And I just walked out of the kitchen. I was like, good. Because if you say vault visit the other person, you just stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you walk in there. I did a visit over to A to Z yesterday, and I added a new whiskey to the
phenomenal.
vault.
good
And
stuff.
it's a pecan whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's just so good. So good.
It's like
Almost
it's got-
borderline too sweet, but it's good. And I
There's
wanted
zero bite.
no, none.
None.
You're not coughing after. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no burn.
Doesn't make your
At
hair
all.
stand up.
No.
None of that.
No,
It's
it tastes like freaking candy.
good. Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely deadly. I forget
Now-
what it's called.
Don't know.
Shoot,
The bottle's pretty cool.
bullet, shoot. I don't know. Something with a gun.
We'll have to update you.
Yeah, we'll put that in the next podcast. In 3 months when we do it.
Yeah, right. No, it won't be that long. That's good though. I really
Yeah,
like
this
that.
is really good. Thank you, Dad. for this.
So please send us some more of that next time.
Oh, that's great.
It does have a really amber color to it.
It does. It's beautiful.
surprised. Yeah.
It's really beautiful. You hold it up to the light, you can see through it, so it isn't like hazy. It's super clear. Yeah, that's what I want my Irish Red to look like.
So I was just about to say Irish Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It doesn't.
It doesn't taste
an
like
Irish-
it,
No way.
though.
It's way freaking better than an Irish
It's
Red.
it's like a nice spring, summery, end of the evening kind of beer.
Yeah.
Is that considered a beer? Is a Chouffe a beer? What do you? Is it a cider? Is it a hybrid? That's my next question.
It's beer with natural flavors and colored with vegetable juice.
Okay. Well, they did it better than Abita because I know they
Well,
like to do that kind of stuff, and
yes.
it's not good.
No.
I'm not a big Abita fan. Are you?
No, but they must have got the bottles from Abita.
That's exactly it's the size of the bottle.
That's an Abita bottle. That's what it looks like. If you've ever had that.
Is that
that's
why I'm saying Abita? Because the bottle style, you know?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cute. It's cute. And at, 8%, you probably only want 11.2.
I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm feeling it.
Are you?
And normally I'm like, it takes 14 Coors Lights to get there. And so.
Well, that's not saying much.
I might just stay here till work tonight.
All right, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine, yeah. You go down and help Becca open. No.
No, if I'm staying, I'm sitting on my ass.
Okay. I'll just keep the beer flowing.
That's right.
That's awesome. So our biggest piece of listener feedback. Well, thank you, Joey, Nicole, and Dad, for the beers. That's fantastic, and we will continue to work through our collection downstairs.
I know.
And hopefully we remember.
Which is not a bad problem to have.
No, it isn't
because
at all.
I remember when we first started.
With that ice house?
I was like scrounging
said,
at the gas station.
Yeah.
I'd go to this hole in the wall thinking they got some Old English. I still haven't found the Old English 800 in like the plastic bottle.
In a plastic
bottle. It's in plastic, I promise. They make Ice House in a plastic bottle too that's 48 ounces. Yeah.
Oof.
Or 40 ounces. I think that's the biggest they can do. But it's not a bad problem. Like having all of that beer downstairs.
Oh, not a
to
problem
try.
at all.
It's just the problem is I walk in there and I'm like disappointed because I have to wait till the podcast.
I know, yes.
And I just want to try it all like right then and there. So
that's right, yeah. Yeah, because a lot of those we haven't had. And so
right.
And there's a couple cans of some of them, but we don't want to just drink it and then drink it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And pretend
and
that we
have
never
it
had
be actually really good.
We really want to try stuff for the first time here.
We need another shelf.
Yeah.
I feel like we talk about that every week.
Beer shelf?
Yeah.
For the spent cans?
Yeah.
Dude, have you looked in the vault? There's got to be like 20 or 20-ish cans.
Well, I think I need to go home today and build a rack, and then we'll hang it tonight and put the beer cans on it.
Okay.
It's driving me nuts.
Me too.
Okay.
We've had a lot of beer.
Yeah. I think I'll stop by and get a picture frame for the bag too. We'll just hang it all tonight.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully it's not like, too crazy. So
yeah, that'd be awesome. So our biggest piece of listener feedback, nobody really specifically mentioned anything, but everybody keeps asking when the next one's coming out. And I'm mad you haven't released part 2 yet. And that was just terrible. That's all on me. And the biggest issue with that was I wanted to record the beginning part that said that this was part 2. And for some reason, that was just such a chore. I felt in my head it was such a chore. And one day I just came up here, I plugged it in, and I recorded that little apology. And then that was that. And I just pulled it off and got it ready.
John?
Yes.
I got to tell you something.
What?
I haven't even listened to part 2.
Are you serious?
I've been so busy, I haven't even listened to part 2.
Oh,
normally
man.
I listen to them, but there's been a couple that I was just like super late on listening to. And
do you know how often I listen to our podcast?
Do you?
Yes.
I mean, I listen to
because it's like
the
I'm hanging
original
out
ones.
with you.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
original
sad?
ones are the best ones. No, it's not sad.
It's super sad.
I'm glad you admire
I think
me
hands
that much,
down,
though.
episode 1 is the funniest.
Yeah.
Other than like the Christmas episode, because that was just disgustingly vulgar and hysterical.
Yeah, I think we just do a Christmas episode with the whole brewery team.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Once a season, we just
Yeah, get everybody together.
we do like the gift exchange and everything live, and like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because normally it's all just gag gifts. Is all it is.
Yep.
The whole time.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So that's it. And I don't know when the next one's going to come out. It could take me, I don't know,
6 weeks to
6 weeks to
edit
do
this
this one.
There's no editing. You just roll it.
No, there is no editing. I'm not actively editing.
We could do this live, honestly.
We could.
We could. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'd need some more equipment so we could play the music and shit, but
Yeah,
But so basically what I do is I re-listen to the entire podcast. I find a funny bit. I crop it out, make it the bumper up front, and then I have to insert the music, and then I have to insert the outro, and then log into the podcast software to host it and type in the description and, all that sort of stuff. So
Right.
it's not super, I don't know, labor intensive. I used to go through and remove all the ums and the blank, the long empty silences, and now I'm just like, nope. If y'all come into the brewery, you know how we talk, and This is
You
us.
get it, yeah.
You're getting what you get. So maybe if we get some sponsors, we can pay somebody to edit this shit.
Yeah, right.
And we'll just send off the raw files, and then it'll come out. But like I said, I want to start. I don't want to make any empty promises. So we'll see how things go. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do better, because I've listened to podcasts, and the same thing happens to everybody, unless it's part of your job, where the podcast supports or is part of an outreach of a company. They end up lagging. Weeks go by, months go by, and then they apologize, and we're gonna do better. We're gonna get together more often, and all this crap. And I mean, it's difficult.
Yeah.
With our schedules, not just yours. I'm crazy busy all the time too, but it's getting better for me.
Right.
Anyway, we'll save that for the brewery section. We got a bunch of customer stories. So in part 2, I believe it was, we talked about, or maybe it was part 1, Georgia Beer Day, when I had to be up in Savannah.
Right.
And the shenanigans that happened with someone's insides coming out all over the bathroom doors. And that having to be cleaned up. Since then, we've had another episode. We had, I'll just say kids, because everybody's a kid to me, because I'm old. We had some kids come in. They were all of age, because, we carded them and everything. And at first they came over and asked for mimosas. So there's a couple young ladies that are drinking mimosas. And they come over to get another one, and then they're like, "Can you just do a pitcher?" I was like, "Heck yeah, we can do a pitcher of mimosas." So we give them a pitcher. And then they come back and they want 2 pitchers of mimosas, and it's 20 minutes till close.
Yep.
15 minutes. Do you remember this
Yes,
all
I
happening?
do.
Yeah.
Because I made the mimosas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And do you want to tell the story? Do you
Yeah, I was
remember
like, hey guys, not saying you can't drink, but like, we closed in like 15 minutes. 2 more pitchers of mimosa sounds like an awful lot for 4 of you guys. Well, we'll do it. We'll finish it.
Oh, we got it. No
We got
problem.
it.
We got it. We can do that.
Yeah, you finished it, and then you left it in the bathroom.
Yeah, left it in the bathroom. Yes. Yeah. So the only reason I know that they are the culprit is because I just happened to be walking into Tracks. The bathrooms here are in the back of our axe throwing room. And I was headed out to check the beer garden. And one of the young ladies was coming out, and she was just she wiped her mouth with the back of her hand. In the universal symbol for I just threw up and I'm wiping it off my face. Right. And I was like, oh shit. Well, at least she was in the bathroom. That's great.
Right.
And I continue on my way. So everybody's gone, whatever. I'm going in the bathrooms to check toilet paper and paper towels and whatever. And I get in there, and she threw up. And I don't know if she was sitting on the toilet when she threw up, but she totally missed the freaking toilet.
How do you? You
she
actually
had to have
have.
been, she had to have been
like
sitting
the
there.
XL toilets.
I know. They're big ones.
They're big ones.
Yes. They're handicap accessible.
Yes.
I don't know if you get a wheelchair in there, but they're the big toilets. They're lowered, whatever. It's a whole situation. So anyway, there's all over the floor, the front of the toilet. It was just a mess. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I emptied a bottle of bleach in there and whatever. But that was, I haven't seen them since. I don't think they've been back
They're
since.
not normally regular customers.
No. They'll pop in every once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 3 pitchers of mimosas.
Hey, right
And
before
the
close.
aftermath.
Yep.
Yeah, that was rough. They did finish them.
Now I will tell you that new stuff we got. I don't know where that comes from.
The new champagne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some pretty good stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, way better than the other stuff we had.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
There was I'm talking a 128th of the bottle left, and I was like, oh, let me pour it just to try it. Let me tell you what. It's actually really good.
Good.
You would think you were drinking some high-end
Excellent.
craziness.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
it's really
Because I'm
good.
getting that from our distributor.
Wow.
We have new distributor news.
Yeah.
That's coming up. So yeah, we got that, and I bought
Keep
a
it
case.
coming.
I bought a case of it.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Yeah, perfect. I had a customer in. Everybody's giving me shit all the time, and I know they're joking, and it's fine. It's all fine. I don't really take it to heart. But sometimes certain people can take it a little too far. This guy did not. This was great. He loved Devil's Brew, which is my habanero Irish red that we do not have that on tap anymore because everybody drank it. And he said, and I quote, "I'm a whore for habanero." And so he was drinking it, loving it. It was when it was on tap, because it's been so long since we've done an episode that, it was on tap when this guy said this.
Right.
And I was like, well, that's really cool. He's like, no, you don't understand, man. I love habaneros and this and that. And he always tries beers if there's any kind of habanero, or food if there's any kind of, habanero in it or whatever. And his lady was sitting next to him and they were eating or whatever. And she's like, these wings, I can't. And I didn't know which direction this was going. I thought she was going to complain about something. And she said, these are the best wings I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
And I said, your entire life. Like, I don't believe this shit, right? Like, okay, cool. You like the wings. That's awesome. Maybe you exaggerate. No problem.
Well, they're not Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're real. They are really good.
And they're big.
They're voted the best wings in Wayne County.
Really?
By my customers.
Yeah, by my customers. Best of Wayne County.
For real, though. Like, no, I'm not trying to, toot my own horn or anything like that. But, like, all the customers say our wings are fantastic.
Yeah.
So we get the jumbo wings. So they're bigger than you get everywhere else.
Bone in.
Bone in.
Smoked.
We smoke them out back.
Right in house.
I smoke them. I don't know why I said we.
I always say that. I'm always like, people ask me, how are the wings? I'm like, we smoke them here in house. Like,
that's right.
They're real.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not tearing open a bag and dropping them into grease. They're smoked and then
air
fried, and they get nice and crisp.
Yeah.
We toss them in whatever we have here that you want, and they are really, really good because they're smoked. They come right off the bone. You could do the old stick it in your mouth and pull the bone out kind of thing. I've seen people do that.
Yep.
So anyway, have you ever seen When Harry Met Sally?
No.
Oh, I've seen a movie that you haven't.
And I was just about to say that is surprising as hell.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because generally I always am like, hey, have you seen this? And you're not a movie person.
Okay.
So there's very specific. Like, I feel like for every 10 movies I've seen, you've seen one.
Yes.
Yes.
And now that is a different generation movie.
Okay.
So that came out probably when you were one.
Is this something I need to watch?
It.
Joey's probably listening.
Joey is
Joey
is the movie guy. He is always posting about movies. If he's every weekend he watches one or two movies and whatever. So I don't know that I would recommend it. It's a rom-com.
I like rom-coms.
And it's good. It has Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan in it, and Harry and Sally. But there's the famous restaurant scene, and they're in the restaurant, and he is basically saying that, a guy cannot be just friends with a girl because he's always going to think about kissing. He's always going to think about sex. He's always going to think about being with her. It doesn't matter. And it was really funny conversation. And she's, whoa, do you want to, I think it's been so long since I've seen the movie. But anyway, so she sits there and pretends to have an orgasm at the table. And it starts off really slow, and then she grabs the sides of the table and she's rolling her head back and she's like moaning and being really loud, and it is absolutely hysterical. And he is just sitting there just flabbergasted. I think maybe they were talking about faking it. I honestly don't remember the whole context of this because it's been so long. But basically she's enacting this pleasure or whatever, hysterical. And then they cut over to the table. There's a waiter at the next table, and this woman is like, I'll have what she's having, which is just super funny. But anyway, this woman starts going on and on about these wings like Meg Ryan did. And I swear she was going to peak right there at the bar when she was talking about the wings. She was like, these are the best wings. They just melt in my mouth, and they're juicy. They're not dry. They just fall off the bone, and oh my gosh, they're so good. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, cool,
good, great.
Glad you like them.
Yeah. Has she been back to buy any more wings?
No, she hasn't.
Okay, so obviously they weren't that good.
So that right there, that period.
We're just joking.
This
Honestly,
no, yeah. Come on back.
come on back. Get some wings.
Come on back. We'll help you peek. So don't choke. He just took a sip. Oh, that was great.
You can't say that.
I'm sorry. That was perfect timing. Yeah, so there's somebody, I mean, I don't know. I love customers because we get all kinds of people in here. And we'll get people in here that will complain about what I have or what I don't have,
right,
or want to be a Mug Club member. And this is like the first or second time in 2 years that they've ever been here. You know what I mean? Like Axelrong has been open for 3 years. The tap room has been about 1.5 years. So let's say I've been open 1.5 years and you've been here twice. You have zero right to tell me what I should have on tap, to bitch about a beer that you had 1.5 years ago that I don't have on tap anymore, or that you don't have a mug.
But then you get those people.
What do I have to do to be a Mug Club member?
Go back in time.
Show up.
Go back in time.
Go back in time.
But I always tell people, they're always in there and they're like, you should have this and you should. I'm like, guys, that's not how this works.
Yeah, you don't understand. Yeah.
You understand. But now, like, if you're here twice and we don't see, but now the regulars that are here 2 times a week at least.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if they say, hey, what about this? Just like, for example, we're going to name drop. Keith and Jessica.
Yes.
Lindsay. Okay, they're like, hey, what about Legion Space Dust? Right? Yes. Next day, called them. Hey, we got it on tap. Like, it's here.
Absolutely.
So, like, honestly, Mug Club people, they're like, hey, if we can get it and you'll drink it and we think it's going to sell, sure, we'll try it. Why not, right?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. I'm not like a beer Nazi or anything.
No.
But don't show up here
and ask for
once
Bud Light
every 8 months and, like, tell me what I should have on tap.
You should have Bud Light on tap.
Yeah.
Says some people.
I can't believe you got rid of the habanero Irish Red. Sir, I didn't get rid of it. Y'all fucking drank it.
Yeah. I think we're getting to the point where we cannot sustain Jessup when it comes to our in-house brews.
I am starting to get, yes.
And not that it's a problem, but it's not a bad problem.
No, but it still gives me anxiety.
I know, but think about it. People like it so much that they'd rather drink it than these multi-billion-dollar breweries.
Oh, I understand.
See, like our guest taps, you talk about the beers we have. They're huge. They distribute all over the U.S. And so we can't even sell them that because they're drinking so much of our own stuff.
Right.
Which is a good thing.
It is a very, very good thing. Yes.
I just wanted to touch on the habanero thing real quick. Proposal. Another reason why I've been so busy.
All of me does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another reason why I've been so busy, because we got the garden going. You know that.
Yes.
I have and I'm not joking, probably 30 habanero plants at the house. So I'm thinking maybe we do like a Jessup soil-based extract versus an order extract.
Yes.
Something to maybe change it. See if it actually changes the flavor. Yeah.
We grow our own habanero.
Yeah, right. Well, we could easily get you a couple. Actually, you know what we should do? At the garden club, we should just get a couple habaneros and just 6 plants.
Yeah.
That'll give you 100.
I mean, you don't
really need that much.
No, you don't, because it has to get. Because I use an extract, habanero extract for that. It's not just it's not a flavoring. It's actual pepper.
Right.
And it's only 8 ounces. I'm trying.
Is
to
there
remember,
like
8 or 9
Can
ounces.
you boil the physical pepper in a bag in the beer?
Oh, I could. Yeah, for sure.
So maybe you do that and then dose. So it ferments in the beer and then you dose it with some extra.
Because you would get all the pepper flavor, not the heat.
Correct.
From the boil.
Correct.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm doing it.
We should do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll stop
Devil's
by.
Brew too.
Tonight I'll bring you a 6-pack of habaneros.
A 6-pack of habaneros?
Yeah, right?
All right. Nice. That sounds fantastic. So we'll just jump down to the garden club. Keri started a garden club here. And if you have a green thumb and you want to participate, come on down. It's just watch Facebook, I guess. It's every other Tuesday, not like the first Tuesday or the third Tuesday. It's every other. So it might be a little challenging to keep up with, but if you watch Facebook. But anyway, they've had a couple meetings. We have a bunch of plants downstairs, and we raised a little money and built a couple raised garden beds out back. And I know Keri just transplanted a bunch of stuff from pots into there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping to grow a bunch of stuff to use in the kitchen, and then just a bunch of flowers and stuff to make it pretty back there.
Right.
Yeah. So it should be really cool. Speaking of, we did have a raffle and whatever, and so Jason Watkins bought the ticket, and he won the raffle for that. So that was kind of cool. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everybody that donated for that raffle. That was really, really great. It paid for a little bit of one of the raised beds because wood is expensive, but it's great. So we have 2 of those built. I think there's 2 more coming.
Right.
To be built, and they're nice and big. They block the AC units that are back there. There's a couple outdoor units for the other storefronts that are kind of out back in the beer garden or whatever. So that'll be really, really cool when that comes out. So it has been a while since we recorded, and we've had St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
And we had a disaster. Absolute disaster here. And we were closed for St. Patrick's Day, the actual day.
Mm-hmm.
We had, we did some stuff the Friday and Saturday before. We did corned beef and cabbage and all that. Was not a hit. Probably won't do it again. But that Sunday, St. Patty's Day was a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The Sunday, I was moving beer. And if you know anything about brewing, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm going to tell you. I push beer from one tank to another. Beer moves tanks throughout the process, and I push that with CO2. So you add a bunch of pressure on top of the beer, and it pushes it out the bottom into another tank. And that's how we do it. It's less stressful on the beer than using a pump. And so that's what I was doing. And in the middle of this, I had to leave. So I lock everything down, turn the CO2 off, lock down the tanks, whatever. I leave. I come back, and it's 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I open everything up, and I'm going to finish up moving the beer. Well, I get busy, and I forget that all this is going on in the walk-in cooler. And I go to bed and leave it all hooked up, leave the CO2 on. Now, one thing to note is that the beer is moving from a fermenting tank, which is where the yeast is, where it makes the alcohol, into a bright tank where it will eventually carbonate and sit and, brighten up. All the solids will fall to the bottom of the tank because it's cold and blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, the fermenting tank that has the source beer in it is not airtight. It isn't built for pressure. But I'm using CO2 to push the beer out of this tank into the other one. So it leaks, and you can hear it hiss a little bit depending on how high the pressure gets. So as I said, I went to bed. And I sat there, and the CO2 pumped, and the tank leaked. All night long.
All night.
I wake up and remember. And I rush, and I look, and there's no hissing. I look in the destination tank, and it is only half full. I go over, and I have a 500-pound CO2 bulk tank with a port on the outside, so the truck can literally just pull up to the building and fill in. They don't have to tell me that they're doing it. They just top it off. Empty. 500-pound CO2 tank, which I use to run my brewery, is empty. Empty. I drained the entire thing. Literally.
Vanished into thin air.
Literally thin air. Yes. So the reason the destination tank was half full was because there was no pressure pushing on the beer, so it ran back through into the source tank and equalized out. So I had no CO2 to push beer. So I was closed Monday. I called the CO2 company. They put in a, quote, emergency delivery, which I did not receive until Wednesday. So I was closed Monday, Tuesday, and half of Wednesday. And then when I had CO2, made sure everything was working, and that's great. Because I use CO2 to push beer out the taps. I use CO2 to carbonate beer, and obviously to move beer from tank to tank. And so this was an absolute disaster. Because I was closed. It was bad.
Yeah,
It
rough.
was bad, dude. Yeah. It was a nice little break for me, but it was stressful as hell. Just bad.
We've learned our lesson, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay, good.
Till the next time.
Yeah, right?
We have changing table now, so we are family friendly. Like I mentioned, we do have 3 brewery babies who have not read the parents have not read my warning sign behind the bar. This says drinking alcohol before pregnancy may lead to pregnancy. So we have 3 brewery babies, and it was mentioned that it'd be nice if we had a changing table in there. So I bought one and mounted it. So now we do.
We do.
I guess it gets used too, because
Does
a couple people have mentioned, yeah, it's nice that's in there. Yeah, so that's cool. I went on this is great. Sorry, I went on a trip up to Asheville, and I stopped at Sierra Nevada. You've had their beers. It is freaking amazing. That place is ginormous, absolutely huge. Sierra Nevada, beautiful campus. And just their tanks. You can do a self-guided tour. You can just walk around and look at everything. Their canning line is about as big as Jessup downtown.
Is it really?
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, yes. And so I actually paid for a guided tour as well, because I wanted somebody to tell me about all the stuff. And did that. It was about 45 minutes through there, and just phenomenal. If you ever get up to North Carolina, North Carolina, that's where I was, yeah. I highly recommend stopping there. It's fantastic. So cool. Great people. Awesome beer. Super clean facility. It was really, really cool. On my way back from there, I stopped at another brewery, Edmund's Oast. And Buttercup has brought us a couple beers from there. So I wanted to stop and pick up. Laura had mentioned they had this sour that she liked or whatever, and I was like, well, if they have it, I'll grab it or whatever. So I pull in there around 8:00, and they close at 9. So I'm gonna hurry. I'm not gonna drag anything out or whatever. So I'm walking up, and I hear all this music, and I see this giant crowd of people at this brewery. I was like, oh, cool, they're open late tonight. This is awesome. So I walk in. I kind of weave my way through people up to the bar, and I ask for a beer, and I pull out my credit card, and the guy's like, nope, it's covered tonight. And I was like, oh, cool, this is awesome, thinking maybe it's like a charity event or they're doing donations or whatever. It was a wedding party.
You did not get invited to.
I did not get invited to this wedding, but nope. I walked straight by the sign that said closed for a private event. And so I'm looking, everybody has a name tag. So I walked back out front, and I grab a name tag, and I write my name.
Is that the one that's hanging?
That's the one that's hanging.
Okay. What does it say?
It says Jon. Oh, you're supposed to, on the instructions near the name tag stickers, it said write down your name and your relation to the family. So I wrote Jon, friend of the family, and I put it on my chest. So I crashed this party, and I had 2 beers. I had some hors d'oeuvres. I talked to 2 people. I walked up to this one guy at the bar. I was like, so how do you know this crazy couple? And he was like, oh, well, I went to med school with them and this, whatever. And it was, somebody in Cam. Kevin and Cam, Will and Cam. I forget whose wedding it was now.
I wonder if they're going to look back on the pictures and be like, who the hell is this guy?
I have no idea. I don't know, man. So what's even funnier is this is Edmund's Oast in South Carolina. They must have gone to college in South Carolina, because there was a big South Carolina cutout. It was painted white or whatever, and that was their, quote, guest book. So I signed it.
This is like something off an episode of Wedding Crashers.
It's awesome. So I have a picture of my signature on the South Carolina guest book.
That's funny.
And a picture of me. I did a selfie with me with my name tag with all the crowd behind us. And I only had 2 beers. And then I did purchase some with my own money to go. But it was awesome.
That's hilarious.
Awesome. Talked to a couple people. Super, super funny.
I love it.
Yeah. It was a riot. Distributor news.
You got to press the button.
New news. I don't have that one on here.
Oh, man.
Damn. We have a new distributor. So we have changed distributors to Southern Crown. And let me tell you, night and day difference.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
The sun has come out because our rep Madison
Savannah, you're fired.
is awesome.
Say it.
Savannah, you're fired.
Ain't that
so fired. You're voted off the island. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Do not pass go.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
That's in Carter's terms.
And as a matter of fact, write a check for me for $200 because I have keg deposits that I need back. So Madison is phenomenal. And she and her boss, Cam, interestingly enough, not wedding Cam from the wedding that I crashed, came down and we met and we talked about the issues that I had. And so we just worked through a bunch of stuff, talked through stuff, and they are phenomenal. We have 4 guest taps. 4? 5?
5 now.
5 now. And we only have 5 because I was down to 3 freaking beers, dude.
Yeah.
Of mine. And one of them was Switcher.
Again, we cannot sustain.
I was freaking out because, I mean, this is common sense, but if you only have 2 beers on tap, they're going to get drank really fast because there's no options.
Right.
Which means I'm going to even get further and further behind the 8 ball. And I had been spending so much time in the kitchen caring about that, ordering, trying to get that straightened out, that I wasn't brewing, and I got way behind in brewing. So we bring in 5 beers. We have Mango Cart and Kona Big Wave, Land Shark, Goose Island Wild Herd, and Space Dust, that's right.
Cloud. Which has been, actually, we went through a lot of it last night. So.
Yeah. I made a mistake and did not get another keg of that, so that's probably going to kick.
We need to switch it up, I think.
Yeah.
We should get the Wicked
Switch up
Weed.
the IPA. Yeah, we'll switch up the IPAs. So anyway, I order them, and I was like, hey, can I get some tap handles for these as well? She was like, yeah. I said, okay, cool, because it took, almost an act of God to get tap handles from the other distributor, whose name we will not mention ever again. And she was like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. So the beer comes, she shows up with her husband that Friday with the tap handles, hangs out, drinks beer, throws axes, plays pool, hangs out in the beer garden. Absolutely awesome. Super, super cool. The following week, I order a different IPA. I think I still had Tropicalia from the other distributor, and I was waiting to drink through that before I got another IPA. So then we get Space Dust, and that gets delivered on a Friday. She came Tuesday with a tap handle. She came early with a tap handle. Didn't even have to ask her for it, and she brought that by. It was phenomenal. Like, she's very, very attentive. She really knows her shit. She knows the beers. She knows them inside and out, and it's such a difference.
Right.
Such a difference. Super pleasure to work with. So they are phenomenal. We are going to do, this is already in play, June 20th, mark your calendars, is the first day of summer. And we're going to be doing, it's a Friday, we're going to be doing a beach bum party. So we have a drink called the Beach Bum. It's half Kona Big Wave and half Mango Cart. And it is really, really good. Super refreshing, really light. It's about a 4.2% ish average. And so Madison was like, would you guys be interested in doing, some kind of event? We'll bring reps down, we'll bring beer down, we'll bring swag down, all this sort of stuff. So we're going to do a beach bum.
I need some swag.
A beach bum party. So hopefully
we'll like the beach bum.
Yeah. Oh, she brought us freaking umbrellas. We have 4 giant, tabletop Goose Island umbrellas.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, she's just bringing us stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah.
That's how you get to me. You bring me stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what else we got.
The Goose Island tap handle.
Goose Island tap handle.
So if you guys haven't seen it, it's pretty much it says Goose Island, and then it's got now all Goose Island tap handles, I believe, are all the same.
Yes.
It just says Goose Island.
Yep.
It's got a big goose that comes out in like an L-shaped upside down, and the head sticks super far out. It's like the longest tap handle there is.
It comes out at you.
So, there's a reason behind that. It's a marketing strategy. So,
Okay.
do you want to hear about it?
I do.
It's pretty cool. So, when you walk into a brewery, what's the first thing you look at?
The taps.
Okay. So,
Absolutely.
not everybody sits right in front of the taps and can read all the taps. But if someone's on the other side of the bar that can't read the taps, the one thing they can see sticking out is that long goose head.
Nice.
So it's their marketing strategy, which I think is genius.
That is brilliant.
To get people to know, hey, because normally if you look down the list and you're reading them, you will order whatever. But if you're looking at the taps, the one that's leaning out the furthest, the first one that pops into your head is generally the one that you will order first. And that is why.
Brilliant.
That is why they do that.
Brilliant.
Yep. I think it's pretty cool.
I'll have to, if I ever distribute, figure out something.
A big train. Do something like that sticks out.
That sticks forward.
Sticks forward.
Yeah.
Like a
Although
handle,
Becca hates
a
that
track, and
tap.
a train, huh?
Becca hates that
I know.
handle.
Because it gets in the way.
Because it does get in the way. Yeah. But, I mean, it's marketing genius
It's genius.
right there. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we got? We have Gabe Spell. So Gabe, we had on the show. Oh my gosh, was that like episode 2 or
It
3?
was like 2 or 3, yeah.
And he was announcing he was working on this song called Tennessee. Well, it is finally out,
Yeah.
and so you can stream it on Spotify,
Nice.
and it's really really good, really good. He played it on the local musician spotlight on our local radio station. So I've been working with him with dates to try to get him in.
Yeah.
And he's just super busy.
Busy.
So it's been really, really hard to bring him in. What do you know about the band Gorillaz?
Hey, so that, I think, is our underrated band of the week.
I'm scrolling through TikTok, as one does, and there's this dude talking about Gorillaz and how they have this animated presence, and he plays this song, and it got stuck in my head, and it was called Clint Eastwood.
Mm.
And it's a weird song because part of it is I don't even remember the words. I love the song.
One more time for us, please. This sounds like a dying ambulance.
I know, yeah. But basically, it sounds druggy, like the dude's stoned and singing, and then there's this rap section, and then it
Nice.
goes back and back and back and back and back, and it's a really catchy tune.
Okay, I'll have to listen. I don't think I've heard that one.
Clearly,
Yeah.
it's not catchy enough for me to remember the words. But
Right,
that's
right.
just me. That's my
it's just the beat.
that's my disability. But yeah, so that TikTok and that only song got me thinking about the Gorillas, and then I realized Feel Good Inc. is their song. I had no
Right.
freaking idea
Yeah.
who sang that song, and I was like, oh, I know this song. So then one day I just started listening, to all their stuff, and it's pretty good. I mean, I would say they're 100% underrated because, I didn't know
Right.
really anything about them or
Underrated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
they define underrated for sure. And then it's cool that it's all animated stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really wild too. Cartoons and shit.
Cartoons and shit.
Yeah. So I have a fun fact for you.
A fun fact or conspiracy?
Oh, we'll do the conspiracy.
Let's do the conspiracy.
Let's talk about this.
Because the fun fact I do want to save for last because I have about 3 of them right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. The conspiracy, y'all, if you're watching any of the news, 2 words. 3 words. Blue Origin bullshit.
Blue Origin bullshit. Elaborate.
This space thing
Okay.
in this giant ass penis that supposedly went to the edge of space and then landed.
Space isn't real. Do you agree or disagree?
That's a whole other thing.
I know, but they didn't go to space.
You know I agree.
Because it's not real.
You know I agree.
People are probably going to be listening like, these fucking idiots.
I know. You don't know what to believe, y'all. This could be a shtick. A whole shtick. So, anyway, they go up and...
Air quotes.
Yeah, they go up in this giant phallic-looking thing. And, they're, quote, on the edge of space. There have been quotes about them being astronauts, which is just a slap in the face for the astronauts that have come before that actually have done training and whatever to go to not space. And to not land on the moon and, all the conspiracies. We're just going to wrap them all up here. So, keep listening. This is just a lot of fun. Don't get pissed. So you had to have, if you know anything about this, you had to have seen the landing. The capsule lands, okay?
Air quotes.
Air quotes, it lands. It landed probably off a flatbed truck into this field. Now, how many capsule landings in your life have you ever seen land on land? 0. They land in the fucking water in an ocean with
to absorb
giant
the impact.
parachutes. Yes.
Air quotes.
Yes. The impact. Right. Yeah. So anyway, this thing is in sand, like land sand or whatever. The cameras are rolling, right? So it landed long enough for everybody to get all their cameras set up. One of these cameras is rolling apparently before it should have been. This is the biggest freaking snafu. Publicity stunt bullshit. Here, we're not... Okay, real talk, I've been trying to cut back on how much I swear. Okay, I haven't really dropped the F-bomb. I've ghosted it a couple times here in the podcast, but I'm really, really, really trying hard to cut back because I realize I cuss a lot.
Yeah,
I am probably not going to be able to hold back because this has me so wound.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine. So this damn thing, quote, lands, right? They have the cameras around. Thank God somebody's camera is rolling. It could have been an iPhone video. I don't know. But Jeff Bezos is there with this special metal tool to open up the door because it's, quote, sealed. And, so they're standing around. There's another woman with him. I don't know who it is. I should have it written down. I don't know. All I remember is Katy Perry is in there. I don't remember the other women that were in there. The reason I know Katy Perry is in there, because she opened the fucking door from the inside. Jeff Bezos was supposed to go over and, quote, unlock it with this special tool.
Jeff Bezos?
Yes.
Like the owner of Facebook? No, that's Mark Zuckerberg.
Amazon.
Who's Jeff Bezos? Amazon. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, billionaire.
All right. Yeah.
Bezos.
Cool. Yeah.
He was involved in this whole thing. So the capsule is sealed, right? In history, no other capsule has ever been opened from the inside. They've always had to open it from the outside because it's sealed for their safety, right? So anyway, the camera's rolling and the door pops open. And Katie's face peeps out. And this other woman runs over and shuts the door back. Right? 100% publicity stunt. Because this woman is laughing at it and looking over at Jeff. And Jeff isn't knowing really what to do at this point. And
so he's over there pretending to get the door open.
So then he walks over when the cameras, quote, start rolling to unlock the door with this special wrench tool. And then all the astronauts,
gotta love it,
in quotes and italics underscored with footnote, come out and kiss the ground, and they're so thankful to be back from space, and air this quote. And that, and yes, air quotes, and this and that, and blah, 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 blah. It's such utter bullshit, people, and I don't know what the stunt is for. I don't know. There's crazy ass satanic conspiracy theories because if you take their emblem and flip it upside down, it's fucking Baphomet, who is demonic, right? The head of the demonic. And it is so freaking satanic looking. It is scary. There is zero denying that this little shuttle thing right side up was supposed to be a shuttle thing and isn't supposed to represent the devil upside down. It is ridiculous. And I don't know what the whole purpose of this stunt was at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. If anybody knows, throw it in the comments. Do whatever. But I just
can't get over it.
It's such bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolute utter bullshit. Yeah. It would be like me saying, "Oh guys, man, I have this phenomenal Cherry Chouffe on tap. It's awesome. And it's, I brewed it myself. I picked the cherries, I squashed them with my feet. I did all this work. I boiled it, I sweated, I labored, and I just had a keg of this fucking shit in the cooler." Totally lying to you guys.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Not okay.
Not okay at all. And to know
you're
that
you're getting heated about
I am getting heated about this, dude, because there's serious money backing this bullshit. Like, Jeff is crazy rich.
Yeah.
He's got more money than God. Mm-hmm. And so do all the other investors in this Blue Origin crap. And I don't know the end game. And I think that's what bugs me. It'll be apparent eventually.
Yeah.
But, it is crazy. So NASA comes out with a statement. No, all the capsules are openable from the inside at least 60 seconds after landing, blah, 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 blah. I don't think so, because normally they're in fucking water, and if it landed wrong and the dude opened the door, they drown.
Right.
Now, theoretically, it should bob like a weeble wobble
self-leveling
and
or
self-level on
yeah.
water or whatever. But it's... Come on, man. How stupid do you think we are?
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah. It's a cover-up.
Legit.
There is no space. Air quote.
Dude, it was a bad cover-up. You could do a way better job.
I know.
With CGI.
Yeah.
Which half of that shit was anyway.
You could have done way better in a Hollywood basement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they do all the time.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, so...
Now you got that off
fun
your
facts.
chest.
Let's brighten this up. I'm stressed the hell out.
Yeah, don't be stressed.
All right, so I had a customer here who actually, funny enough, didn't want me to mention her name anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I'm just I'm in the podcast too much. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Who is it?
Like,
trying to get you to break.
It's not Nicole. So anyway, she's here, and she's a nursing student or whatever. And I don't even remember how we got on this topic, but we're just shooting the shit from across the bar. And she goes, "Do you know the average man has less than 2 testicles?"
I don't believe that.
And I was like, what?
I don't believe that.
Dude, it makes total mathematical sense.
It does not.
It absolutely does.
Okay, explain it to me.
Okay. A quote normal...
We went from talking about Katy Perry and space to fucking testicles.
Welcome to Rock-N-Brews. We talked about beer and music, so now it's fair game.
Now it's, yeah,
apparently. So, because of testicular... I can't say that word.
Say it again.
Testicular cancer.
Yep.
Because of injuries, because of this and that. Mm-hmm. If all men had 2, right? Because of... don't come at me. No, I won't even touch that because I don't want anybody coming at me. So because of various medical procedures and whatnot that require the removal of 1 or 2, you add that to all the men that have 2, and the average comes down from 2. It might be 1.999 testicles per person, but it's less than 2.
That's a good point.
Is that not a funny statistic? You can't have more than 2.
You mean, I mean...
Well...
Maybe.
Maybe you could. I don't know. I've never heard that.
Which would raise the number.
Yeah, but I think that's more rare than less
Absolutely.
than less
Okay.
than 2.
I'll give it to you.
So I think, honest to God, I think less than, the average man has less than 2 testicles.
Yeah.
So holla for average.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
I got 2.
Me too.
Good.
So anyway, so there's that. I just wanted to share. I thought that was... I almost had tears. I was laughing so hard when she said that.
Wild.
Because it makes total sense.
Yeah.
When you think about it. At first you're like,
so my question is,
about?
what customer, like, where would that even, like, fall into the spectrum of this just popped into my head today.
No,
and I found this fun fact on the internet.
I don't remember
like,
the conversation we were having. I don't know.
Well, that's great.
I don't remember. But,
I love it.
At least we're not above average.
No.
Because that would be weird.
That would be super weird.
Yeah. All right,
We'd be
cool.
in the 1%.
So I've never been so happy to just be average.
That's right.
All right, so what fun facts you got?
All right, so Someone asked about Coors Banquet last night.
Okay.
The answer is no. They do not distribute Coors Banquet in the keg this side of the Mississippi.
Why?
That's a thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's like their sacred holy water that they use. Because, I'm going to say this, and it's going to drive you crazy. It's cold. Right out the Rockies.
Shut up.
From the time.
No, it is not cold brewed. You cannot cold brew. You can cold brew.
It's cold. It's cold brewed, cold filtered, cold lagered, cold packaged, and cold when it tastes your lips.
Dude,
it's the Rocky Mountain water.
It's not
from A to
cold
B.
brew coffee.
Listen,
you can't cold brew beer.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't, because you can't convert the starches to sugars and
you
make a
call
wort.
Coors.
And
you call Coors. And
I
ask
will.
them. Can you
will
get some
call Michael
clarification on this?
Coors. I don't know if that who's
Michael Coors makes purses, not beer.
Well, he's not going to know that.
I need you to do a little research on this.
Yes.
And then let me know what you think.
I will bring this back.
Okay.
We're going to myth bust this shit.
Okay. Okay, that's it. We're going to myth bust it. Everybody comment. Let us know what you think and how they do it. It's written on their package.
I'll do the research.
Is it false advertising or is it for real?
No,
it's false advertising?
Yes, just like fucking
So you're telling me one of the biggest beer brands in America is false advertising?
Coors Cold. I'm writing this down.
Okay, but Banquet's a different story. Apparently, you can get Coors Light on draft, no problem, but you can't get Coors Banquet. It's a weird thing. I'm sure you could get bottles. The distributor, the liquor store sell, the stubby bottles, the cans, get it, whatever. I don't think you can get...
There's stubby bottles, too.
Yeah, they are stubbies.
Banquet, yeah.
I don't think you can get... No, those aren't Abita bottles. Those are like the natural light fucking 12-ounce little tiny stubbies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh, blow my mind.
Okay.
I was going to say blow me. Blow my mind.
Russia.
Oh, boy. This is going to be good.
No, this is really good.
Okay.
Up until 2011, Russia had decided that any alcoholic drink less than 10% alcohol by volume is considered a soft drink. Swear to God.
The front door.
Up until 2011, which was, I know, a while ago. But...
Wow.
Yes, almost 15 years ago. So if a kid walked into a place in Russia...
They could drink the Chouffe.
They could drink the Chouffe. That would be considered a soft drink because it's less than 10% alcohol by volume.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like
Russians
a soda.
are hardy, dude.
I know.
They are hardy as fuck.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying
that's
pretty freaking cool.
Me either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
That's a cool fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
Yeah.
I like that. And relatable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all of our stuff minus Rail Spike would be soft drinks.
Yes.
Rail Spike would not be. At 12.2.
What do you own? I own a soft drink complex.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I brew soft drink.
I brew soft drinks.
That's awesome. Wow.
So, that's what I had for you.
All right. I love it. I think that's going to have to be a new segment.
What?
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Yep. I like that segment,
Yeah, me too.
We went from testicles to,
Yeah. So breasticles too. I mean, you could probably say because of breast cancer, the average woman has less than 2 breasts.
True that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could go 2 legs.
You go legs.
You do arms,
feet,
eyes,
toes.
Yeah.
Hands.
That's
fingers.
Craziness.
I know. So it's crazy that it decreases the entire average as a whole because, because even one would really decrease that average.
It would. It's minute, but yes.
Minute, but sure.
It technically, mathematically decreases it. Sorry, I didn't need to jump back there. I just had to bring boobs into it. That's all.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I have upcoming events listed next in the notes, but I don't have any listed in the notes.
It's blank.
Let's see. We have... I will get this out as fast as possible. But we have... What the hell? It's April. Austin Lane on May 3rd. So May 3rd in Jessup is Porch Fest. It's a Saturday, and that means that there's bands all over Jessup on front porches playing, and you can ride around in your golf cart, you can ride around in a regular car, you can ride around in your car, you can walk around. I said ride around in your car twice. Whew, that's that Chouffe. So anyway, that's May 3rd, and that'll be pretty cool. We have Austin Lane playing here. I heard that Jessup is also going to have music right here at the square. and in the James Bland Park, ? I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
Kitty corner to us. So it could be a nice music downtown on the 3rd. So plan on coming down, at least to the brewery, on May 3rd. Then we have a paint and sip on May 10th. I'm not sure. I think it's some door hangers because there was some interest in the last time she did it. Pine Box Dwellers will be here on May 17th. And that's all we have scheduled right now through May. We're trying to Jeep night. Remember how we used to do Jeep night?
Yeah.
Well, we did it that one time. That one Jeep showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, that was sad. So the average Jeep night has less than 2 Jeeps.
Is that where you were going with that whole thing?
Yeah. That was a whole setup just for Jeep
right,
night.
all right.
Forget the testicles and the boobs. It was all for the Jeeps.
Jeeps.
So the founder of that concept, who works up the street, messaged me, and she used to be the president of the Jeep Association, and she is not anymore. There was some parting of ways, some drama that happened in the club, and so we will no longer be having that club Jeep night. However, F the club. If y'all have a Jeep, then pay attention because we'll have a Jeep night coming up. And I'm just going to call it right here. Let's call it May 15th. So May 15th, if you have a Jeep, bring it on down.
Perfect.
Does that work?
I love it.
All right, cool. I don't have a dad joke. I don't have anything. I think the fun fact was kind of
good.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're at an hour 17 right now.
Oof, good one.
And I'm not going to split it.
No,
We're
we're
just
going to
have
let it
to suffer through it because
Yep,
that's just too much work to split it.
Yep.
So thank you for getting up early.
Yeah.
And drinking with me.
Yeah.
And I will see you again this evening.
Yep.
When you come back.
Yep.
I
Much
hope you
more
have
to
a good
drink
day.
tonight.
That's right. I will do my best to pump this out. What?
Right. Much more to drink tonight.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yes. We have another IPA and another Chouffe.
A Chouffe.
Chouffe.
No, it's Chouffe.
I'll look up the right pronunciation.
And for the vault visit, we got.
And the
we
vault
got the
visit.
pecan.
The pecan.
Yep.
Pecan. I call it pecan.
And I
last night.
cannot stress this enough.
The fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every
and the
time
sign is
we're
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. I miss them.
I know they need. to
I
come
wish
back.
they need to come back.
I know.
Absolutely need to come back.
If you're listening to this, which I guarantee you guys are,
yes,
you need to come back and
you
visit
need to
us.
come
All right?
back.
We'll get you into the
Please.
vault. We'll do
Yes.
a couple vault visits.
No gifts necessary.
No
just
gifts necessary.
you.
Just come
we
by.
We just want you guys.
And take a couple sips of this wonderful pecan stuff before it runs out.
That's right.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
And have a great week. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
And I'll see you all. Talk to you all next episode. Yeah. Later. Thank you for listening to the Rock-N-Brews podcast. Come visit us at Union Station Brewing Company, 106 Southwest Broad Street, Jessup, Georgia. Union Station Brewing Company, craft beer just got better.